Alright, this is going to be a short story about Case marlin-spike knives. And here's one of the knives I bought a few years ago. It's getting to be a collectible because it's been discontinued. Now this is the brown marlin-spike by Case. And a few things to start off with it. It was Case knives are made in Bradford PA, same place that make the Zippo knives, or Zippo lighters. Bradford PA, so it's made in USA. And this one, if you know anything about the markings on the Case knives, this one has 5 X's and 2 dots, which means 2003. They started in 2000 with the X's and the dots. So this is made in 2003. It's got a sheep's foot blade. It's very dull. I haven't sharpened it too much. I sharpened it a little bit, but pretty dull. I'm not going to work on it too much. But the reason I got this was the marlin-spike, because I was in the Navy a long time ago. And a typical example of a marlin-spike is about a 3-inch. It's about 3 inches long and dull. It's got a dull tip. It shouldn't be razor sharp. And it's mainly used for rope work. So that's your typical example of a marlin-spike. But these Case knives are really nicely made, good fit and finish. And one thing about these knives, they have brass liners and a steel spring. It's just a leaf spring, but you can see the brass. Maybe you can see the brass better. See the brass liners. And these things are extremely well made, and it's got what I'm calling a metal lanyard loop. This thing right here is a metal lanyard loop, and it's also the release for the marlin-spike. You can't release the marlin-spike or close it up without pushing down on this lanyard loop. Push down and it closes right up. It's a really nice knife. Weighs in about 5 ounces. Overall length when it's open about 7.5 inches. It's a real nice marlin-spike. Here's another one. This is also made in 2003. It's got kind of a custard color, but it's got the same sheep's foot blade. And these were both made, like I said before, in Bradford, PA. There's the Made in USA logo or stamping on it right there. And this is the, I think I said custard color, but it also has the marlin-spike. That's pretty much why I got them, because of the marlin-spike. I like messing around with rope. I haven't used these too much, but these are nice. Also very dull. These should not be sharp. And it's got the metal lanyard loop release, spike release. Push down on it, closes right up. Try to close it without pushing down, it will not close. But you push down on it, closes with a nice snap. These are really good examples of marlin-spike knives. And you can put it wherever you want on there to hang them on your belt. And the only other knife that I found, or that I have, that has the metal lanyard loop is K55K, the Mercator, the cat knife. You can see the metal lanyard loop right there. That's a pretty cool knife. And one example of a poor quality marlin-spike, this is a Smith Wesson. It's got the Smith Wesson logo, and it's made over in Riceland. But this is the only good thing about it. It has a hawk bill blade. It's also got the marlin-spike, but the bad thing about this is it's really thin for about the first inch, and it's very sharp. It's not good for a marlin-spike. But it does not lock open. It tries to lock open right there if you push that up there, but it doesn't. Now it will lock if you push down on that and try to close it, which is pretty poor. So this is a pretty poor example of a marlin-spike by Smith Wesson. I don't recommend it. But if you can get a hold of a Case marlin-spike knife, yeah, I think you'll really like it. That's it. Now you know what a marlin-spike looks like. Knuckle bump.